Hey everyone! I hope you're having an amazing day. I just wanted to go live today because this is probably my last chance to do another live stream before Christmas. And I wanted to wish you all an amazing holiday season, all the days that are to come at my house. It's always a very special time. Now, before the twins were born, and in case you don't know, I have twins. They're about to turn 2 years old in January 22nd. They were born on January 22nd, 2022, 22 minutes apart, two babies. So up until that time, we always used to celebrate Christmas at my mother's house. But then, number one, I was highly pregnant. And then also it was, that year when I was highly pregnant before they were born, it was kind of close. So I was like, I don't know if I want to travel so far away. Because my mom lives about 2.5 hours from us. Then we celebrated here at my house. And then when they were 1 year old last year, we also celebrated here at our house. And this year we're also going to celebrate here at our house because I have 3 children and logistically it's a lot, especially for smaller children to travel and pack and everything. So everyone's coming to my house. And it's always a very magical time, especially for the kids. I always tell everyone, it's like, I don't really need any gifts. I don't need anything. The best gift for me is just when everyone is together and when we just hang out, we just have an enjoyable time together. We eat great food. That's really what it's all about. And of course, we must not forget the reason for the season. It's just a happy season. And it's just... those days are so amazing. The cool thing here is in Germany, we actually have the 25th and the 26th. They are both holidays here. I know in the United States, it's only the 25th. And after the 25th, it's over. We have an extra day, which is really cool. I thought instead of talking about singing technique today, I'm just going to go ahead and sing something. And something that is really suitable for Christmas. And I'm going to choose something classical because that is my background. I come from the classical world and I picked 2 songs. I sang through one of them just now because it's been a long time. So I'm going to do Panis Angelicus and I'm going to do Rejoice Greatly from the Messiah, which I have not done for probably, 3 years ago was the last time I performed it. 3 years ago for the Christmas concert at a church. And ever since then, I have not really sung it. It has a lot of Coloraturas. So let's see how that goes. This is raw and real. And whatever happens, happens. I feel like my voice, I have somewhat warmed up, but not I'm not where I want to be in order to really sing the best I could. But I don't really have a lot of time now. Also, I had last night was okay, but the night before that, the twins kept me up for a couple hours. It's like they weren't up, awake fully, but they were not fully asleep. And if I, okay, long story, but anyway, they kept me up for a couple hours. All right, let me just do a couple hey, hey, and the song itself will warm me up. So let me go ahead and sing Panis Angelicus. And then at the end, if you stick around, I have a special gift offer for you. If you are like me and you're still kind of last minute, you still don't have a Christmas gift for your loved ones. And if there's someone who really loves singing, I have a special offer. And even if you wanted to give this to yourself. I often actually give gifts to myself because I tell everyone, if there's something I really need, I can get it. And other than that, I really don't need anything because there's enough stuff in the house. There's always enough clutter. I want to be a minimalist, but with 3 children, it's very difficult. I know it's possible, but when they're really little, I kind of brought everything into the house that will help make my life easier. And now I have to get rid of all the stuff, the baby stuff. All right, Panis Angelicus. All right. I love that. I love that piece of music. So again, that it is kind of a warm-up piece, but I have to admit, like it's really hard to find the placement for this piece because it's like it doesn't really go high. It's very much in the middle of the voice. And for soprano, this is always where there's a lot of space for variation. And yeah, but it's fun. Guten Morgen, everyone. Hi, Andreas. Hi, is it Elivsha? And yeah, I don't know. I recently, well, not in the last week, but I have come back to practicing more classical music. I want to get back into singing my opera arias and actually learning a few new ones also that I might not have done before. Definitely as a soubrette and lyric coloratura soprano, the placement, there's so much room for variation. You know, it's like Pani, so what's really important for my voice type is I want to keep it bright, but I also want to have good resonance. So there's always this, you know, there's the sweet spot between being slightly too dark or being slightly too edgy or too, you know, too like it's almost like a sharp edge. So finding that sweet spot on some vowels, you know, there's a lot of ease in this. It's like, there's so much variation that is possible, and like, you know, that's the kind of thing you want to experiment with a lot. And really, the more you practice, the better you're going to have that feeling for how am I putting it in the best spot possible to where it rings. All right, but now I wanted to, and I can tell like my voice is not, I should drink some more warm tea. And like my older daughter, she has been very sick this week. She's better today, but she had this horrible cold. And I don't feel like I'm getting a cold, but my throat today, my voice is not, I would need like a longer warm up today. But the next one, actually, I think it's easier when it comes to placement. Let's see how that goes. Okay, Handel's Rejoice Greatly from the Messiah coming up now.
Rejoice, rejoice, rejoice greatly. Rejoice, O daughter of Zion. O daughter of Zion, rejoice, rejoice, rejoice.
I want it faster than this.
O daughter of Zion, rejoice greatly. Shout, O daughter of Jerusalem. Behold, thy King cometh unto thee. Behold, thy King cometh unto thee, cometh unto thee.
It was dark.
Is the righteous Savior.
Oh, that's fast.
And he shall speak peace unto the heathen. He shall speak peace. He shall speak peace. Peace. He shall speak peace unto the heathen.
that middle part was like different than I want to do it.
Rejoice, rejoice, rejoice greatly. Rejoice greatly, O daughter of Zion. Shout, O daughter of Jerusalem. Behold, thy King cometh unto thee. Rejoice. Rejoice. And shout, 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 shout. Rejoice greatly. Rejoice greatly, O daughter of Zion. Shout, O daughter of Jerusalem. Behold, thy King cometh unto thee. Behold, thy King cometh unto thee.
Wow. It's been 3 years. All right. Hi, everyone. Thank you. So here's the tricky thing with coloraturas. The thing is, you like the pace of the coloraturas, there is a sweet spot. Like for me, I feel like it's at the speed that you can also move your vibrato. That's how I always felt. You know, it's like I want it slightly faster than this just one. Like rejoice. That scale upward, that is difficult. Scales down are always easier than scales up. That's hard. That's hard to move faster. But I did want it slightly faster than this one went. This accompaniment track. Rejoice, rejoice, rejoice greatly, and then rejoice. Ugh, I'm rusty. I'm rusty on the coloraturas. Should have stood up too, because you really, really need your support to be very engaged. But the secret to really singing coloraturas well is to not get too heavy. You kind of have to get anchor points. You know, if I went to like rejoice greatly, that's too heavy. I can't really move fast like that. But on the other hand, what's a big no-no, and I see a lot of, beginner singers when they try something like that do, you don't want to separate it with a diaphragmatic like a huh. Like, rejoice greatly. That is a cheat. You still want to have it legato and connected. Rejoice greatly. So you could practice that even, that was not perfect either. It's like, oh, you could even try this on one pitch, because you do need that slight accent on each pitch so that there is a separation between the pitches. So otherwise it'll be rejoice greatly. That would not work out, right? Because then you couldn't tell where one pitch starts and the other one stops. So rejoice greatly. So you have to be light, but even the diaphragmatic pushes. I'm going to get back into practicing coloraturas again. I used to be really, really good. Now, Mozart's Alleluia, I think it moves even faster. I'm going to have to work myself up to that again. But I hope you all enjoyed this. I don't know how this came across. Live and recording audio it's not always working out. But I also did want to tell, like, if you're like me, I'm totally always last minute for Christmas. I don't know why. Every year after Christmas is over, as soon as Christmas is over, I'm always thinking to myself, you know what? I should actually get started thinking about Christmas gifts like right now. and just like for all the adults, it's pretty easy because it doesn't change so much like what would be appropriate. For kids, it's a bit different. They're all about, oh, I really want this. And then a week later, like, oh no, I really want that. But for the adults, I should probably get ready and just get like throughout the year, look for like, oh, this would be a nice Christmas gift or something when I come across something. And then I'm always sitting there thinking like, what in the world? Like even right now. Well, it's easy for my mom and, because my mom always gets a calendar. This is like the main gift she always gets because she has basically everything also and too much clutter. She always gets a calendar, like a DIY calendar that we make. My daughter and I, when the little ones are older, they can also participate. But each month it's going to be a photo, a family photo, like for the kids and all the stuff that we took throughout the year, usually with her on it too. And then my daughter will, like kind of do scrapbooking. And that's what she gives her dad and grandma and the other grandma. And then for the kids, this year, the twins, they're almost 2 years old. So we have still a lot of toys at Romy's dad's house that she does not want to play with anymore because she's 11 now. She's not a child anymore. She's like, no, but she's full blown puberty already. And yeah, I guess. And what we agreed on is like, we're just going to dig through all the old toys that Romy has that we have in storage. And we're going to pick something. For example, Lola, she's going to get a doll, one that, she cries and she laughs and she babbles, and the baby Annabelle doll with a bunch of accessories. So she's going to get that, but it's from my daughter. I think she's had it since she was like 3 years old, but she hasn't played with it for 2 years at least. And then Emil is going to, I don't know, like something with cars. Yeah, something with cars. But if you still have a loved one, or even for yourself, I do sometimes, like I give myself a Christmas gift sometimes. It's an excuse sometimes to just buy something I really need. For example, I need a new computer because this one's kind of getting old and editing videos is just getting very, very bumpy now. So I'm getting myself a new Mac. And my oldest daughter, she's 11, she's actually going to get my older Mac. I mean, it works fine, but for editing videos, for what I need, it's just too much capacity. And like recording audio, like, music productions, it's really the RAM is not handling it well anymore. And if you have a loved one either that's close to you or for yourself, actually someone in my team brought it up. She said, Freya, the best gift anyone can give me is like a year's worth of voice lessons. And I was like, oh, okay. So we decided to go ahead and offer our yearly membership for the online singing school for 50% off from now until Christmas. So instead of $970 for the entire year, it's 12 months. You get it for $485. It's available right now when you go to the link that I have posted below, masteryourvoice.tv/singing school. And here is what everyone gets who is in the online singing school. So basically, you have access to all of my courses that I've ever created, including Back to Basics with 70 plus videos, How to Sing Opera, Mastering Pop Ballads, the Vocal Troubleshooting Guide, Music Theory for Singers. I counted all the videos. There are more than 200 video lessons. You have access to all of them and all the future ones I will add, really, to any of those courses. There's a vocal warm-ups vault. There is a private podcast where I share like whatever, sometimes just how I warm up or what's been going on, and anything that comes to my mind. And we have monthly live meetings where I open it up to coaching. So anyone who shows up can get a coaching. And we have a community. And really the community is a cool thing because, you can get a lot of courses out there and a lot of content. Now, all the courses, when you have them, it's more organized than anything you could find out there because it goes from opera to pop ballads. I cover it all when it comes to vocal technique, but I also talk a lot about the psychological stuff, which is huge in singing. And I also talk, like in the music theory class, you could work on your musicianship because it is all important. Now, everyone in the online singing school, we are creating a monthly planner actually right now. We're on month 3. That is going to be released in January. And that planner you can use. Now we're going to sell next year. We're going to sell that planner publicly to everyone. But if you're in the online singing school, you can get it for free. It's not a hard copy. If you wanted to buy it, you could still buy it later on in the year when we release it for print, like on Amazon and all the other places online. But you, as an online singing school member, you get that planner every month. And we put a lot of work into this, but it's basically, it helps you organize yourself. So like for every day of the week, it has something you can work on so that in a year, you will have covered everything, not just vocal technique, but there are 3 categories always. It's the vocal technique, it's the musicianship and the background information for theory and stuff. And the third one is the mindset and performance practice and stuff like that, being on stage, presenting. This is all covered in our monthly planner, which everyone has access to as a member of the online singing school. I do monthly master classes that is pre-recorded, but I always every month once I dive deep into one topic. I do have plans in the future to bring on not just me, but other vocal coaches or singers that do lessons to where you have more than just me. It's more of a like universal. Because there might be someone who's specialized in gospel, and there might be someone who's very specialized in jazz singing, which I could sing all of them, but I can't say that I'm like the specialist. It's not all I do. I do a variety of things. So again, from now until Christmas, you can take advantage of that 50% off for the yearly membership. That does not go for the monthly. It only goes for when you do like an entire year. And we could get a like nice little gift certificate even for the person who is going to get it. But of course, it's all online. All you would need is just log in information after purchase, and then whoever has purchased it can get started right away. I think this is always me. I listen to tons of audiobooks and podcasts. I always try to learn when I can. These days I don't watch YouTube anymore because hardly watch YouTube because the twins won't let me. I was just looking at messages. But I listen to YouTube all the time. I have YouTube Premium, so I always have my headphones on whenever I can, whenever I don't have to talk to someone. Or I have to admit, even when my daughter wants to talk to me, I always tell her, wait, hold on, just sing, let me pause because I'm listening to something. I always have my headphones on, and when someone wants to talk to me, I'm like, oh, wait a minute, let me pause real quick because I'm always listening because I love to learn. And here's the thing. The number one, the best thing I have ever spent money on is in learning and like on myself and like furthering my knowledge and education. It's so cool. I spent a lot of money on learning things like even voice lessons, and in college, I mean, my goodness, I had a full scholarship, but it would have cost me $25,000 every year at Southern Methodist University, which the diploma is back there. But this is something that no one can ever take away with you. Like you have big screen TV. That's something that it doesn't really matter after 5 years, after 10 years, if you've had it or not. There are a lot of things that I always ask myself, if I spend the money on this, is it going to matter a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, at the end of my life? Is it going to matter that I spent money on that? Yes, we do need to spend money sometimes on things that are just plain fun because memories are also important. I feel like I would rather spend money on having like an experience than stuff. But sometimes stuff could be a vehicle for an experience or for creating, like a computer. Without the computer, like I couldn't have sung for you now. You wouldn't have heard what I had to sing. You could not be watching this video now. I also couldn't be making any videos now. So, I mean, I always say it's all a vehicle for something. Also, I love my house, but it's getting kind of small for 3 children. And the reason why I would want a bigger house is not because, I just want a nice big house. It's the vehicle for my children, my older daughter, especially right now, having some privacy, and our house being the place where all her friends want to hang out versus who knows where, right? We are the safe place. I want to be that place. I want to cook for everyone, and I want everyone to want to hang out at our place and have all the parties at our place because it is a safe place, and I want to make it that safe place. My dad was an alcoholic. So when I was a child, it was drama. Every single day was drama. And I had friends over, but sometimes I was so embarrassed. And I told them, I think it's better you go home now because I feel like my dad is he drank too much and then it's not fun anymore. He's gonna freak out over everything. So I want to be that safe place. And, a house costs a lot of money, but again, it's not the vanity of I want the expensive house, but it's really more a vehicle for providing these things. And singing, if you were to invest in the online singing school in a year membership, it would be investment in yourself. It is a vehicle in order, I feel, when singing is more than just sounding beautiful and wanting to perform for people, but I feel like when you can sing, there is a level of confidence that it gives you. When you have control over your voice, and you can sing in front of people and publicly or sing along, and you have that level of confidence of I actually think it sounds good and everyone else can see and hear it actually sounds good. I don't know. There's this level of confidence that it gives. I don't know. It's not the same for playing the piano. If someone can play the piano and plays in front of people, that is amazing. Everyone admires a person who is musical. That's what I've always seen. I tell anyone, if I meet a perfect stranger and they're like, "So what do you do professionally?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm a singer." A lot of people are singers, but I'm like, "Yeah, I'm actually professionally doing this." Everyone is like, wow. It's not the usual thing. It's yeah, I'm an office clerk or something. I guess singing is always something when you tell people I sing and I sing in public in front of people are always kind of in awe about that. And it's oh, wow. Ooh, that is so cool. And I think everyone's voice deserves to be heard. And that's not my quote. That is Dr. Dan. And I recently had an interview with him on this channel. He said that, and I feel I work more with singers who are ambitious, but I feel everyone has a legitimate reason why they would love to sing and why they want to learn to sing. And I think it is true what he says, that everyone's voice deserves to be heard. All right, I'm going to wrap it up for now because it is almost lunchtime and the twins are going to be back with my babysitter and then she's going to leave and we're going to go into our weekend. Today we're going to put up the Christmas tree. I actually wanted to get a real one, but I'm not going to do it again because I'm nah, it's easier. We have the fake one in our basement. So let's just use that one again. Just want to read what you say. I can't read your name because I can't read Arabic. Or no, it's not Arabic. Due to the sanctions restrictions, I can't participate in any online courses. Why are there sanctions and restrictions for online courses? Mariam, in Iran? I mean, I don't know what's going on there. This is hard. I understand that in some countries it's censored. I know that in China, someone told me, in China, you can't get Facebook. You cannot get on Facebook. I don't know. The only thing would be to have there are tools that you can use that cloak, they hide your IP so that when you're in the internet, you can, for example, you can have an IP that is in a different country. So it covers you up. It makes the internet think that you are in a different country. But I'm not a techie and I don't know about, I mean, I am a techie, but I don't know about this. I have done that before because when you browse sometimes, like what if I wanted to see the results, the search results, as if I were in a different country? I have done that before to where I wanted to like pretend like I'm in the US. All the accounts are banned by USA. I'm not in the USA. I am in Germany. So I don't know. Well, I'm in Germany. So are you saying that if you're in Iran, you can't get any online courses that like from anywhere in the world, from anyone? I'm in Europe. I don't know how that is. Yeah, VPN. That's what it is. You can get a VPN and pretend like you're in the US or something, or like in Europe. I don't know. All I can say is I'm in Germany, so I don't know what Germany's policy is. That is just horrible, right? Because like, okay, we're not going to get into politics here, but I always feel this is so unfair to people, because like governments do things. And I feel like anyone who lives in a country, that even goes for Israel, the people, they don't stand for what the government does. People don't often agree. I don't agree with everything the German government does. But it's just too bad because like it takes your opportunity for education away, which that should be a basic human right to get education. That's not good. And if the US provides people from, accessing education just because they're in a specific country, I hate this. Like, okay, I have entered in the US and have had difficulties once, really horrible. They actually took my passport away, but it all got cleared up. But it was really like, for what? There was not really, like, I was a bad person. Like, I didn't really do anything wrong. It was just a small formality because I had been a resident before and I didn't know that you have to kind of like sign papers and kind of claim, or like you have to declare that you're giving up your resident status. But all I did was I just left the country and I lived in Germany again. And then I came back to visit and they're like, oh my goodness, everything is wrong now. And I had a lot of trouble because of that. And it's just like something you didn't know. It's like, I didn't know I had to actually make this declaration. And because, yeah. Oh, you're in Germany too. Someone on Facebook. Okay. I can't only see Facebook user because my software that I'm using is telling me, because you would have to allow Facebook first to share your name with me as I'm streaming, because I'm not directly streaming I'm not streaming from Facebook directly. I'm streaming to YouTube and Facebook from a third-party software. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything I can do for you to access this. I don't know a way around this. This is horrible. But yeah, I'm not an expert in that kind of stuff. Thank you all for hanging out today. And I hope you'll be back for another one soon. I do run, just wanted to mention that. Next week, I have a webinar that I'm running, and it's all about vocal registers, mastering vocal registers. You can sign up when you go to my website, masteryvoice.tv/webinar, and that'll happen next Tuesday. It's all about vocal registers. So important. Just today, I was watching something. It was a student recital from a voice teacher. And I heard someone sing 2 Whitney Houston songs. And the singer, she sang everything completely in head voice, which is not really how that should be sung if it's supposed to sound like a pop ballad. That's why I have my course, Mastering Pop Ballads. I feel the tiredness coming in now because the nights are sometimes like I'm awake a couple times. All right. Thanks. Have a wonderful day. And if we don't talk anymore before then, I have videos coming out before that. Make sure you don't miss those. I have 2 more videos next week, a reaction video and a regular Friday feature video. Make sure you don't miss those. And yeah, have a great weekend. Andreas and everyone else, talk soon. Bye-bye.